everyone, it's Sue here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm managing to get a lot of crafting done. Today is the last part of Roxy's weekly creations. So that's Roxy's creations, and Rachel's doing her weekly challenge, which is hashtag Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2023. And this is part 3 of week 20, where she used some old book covers to make some kind of notebooks / journals. So this is what I made. I had, if you remember, if you saw the previous 2 episodes, I had this lovely little book called The Last Days of Pompeii, and I deconstructed it, and I've now sewn in the signatures. I've only put 2 in because I didn't want to make it too chunky, so there is a gap between the 2, but that was deliberate so that we can put some ephemera in there and embellish some of the pages. Now, if you remember, I had a bit of a mental kind of loss as to know how to decorate the front. I didn't want to cover up this beautiful cover, which, as you can see, is still got the gilding on it. And I love the colour of it. So what I've done, after I sewed the signatures in, I covered it with the coffee lace that I said I was going to. Then I found this nice lace out of my stash, and I've put that on the spine. It's very sturdy. And I actually then decided to put a strip of the same lace on the inside cover and on the back cover, so that when you shut it, you get this lovely edge. And I have come up with a sort of an idea for decorating the front. So this is what I've come up with. So I thought I wasn't going to cover The Last Days of Pompeii, the title, but I am going to now. So what I thought was this is something kind of a draft of, I'm kind of auditioning this really, and I'm not too sure. So I've got a couple of pieces. I've got some netting and this kind of netting, I'm not sure what that's called, which was in my stash. It's very pretty though. And I've got a piece of the actual book page that came out of the book, and it's this lovely colour, and I've just edged it with it's actually called it's a Distress ink, Tim Holtz, and it's Crackling Campfire, but I just like that colour, and I kind of want to put that there. And then I thought, I found a label which had that similar kind of red colour round it, and I thought that could go there. And I don't know what you think of this. It's taken me ages to come up. This is my problem with the front. I sometimes have a mental blank as to what to do. So I'm still not 100% sure. This may need cutting down a bit. Then I printed some words, and I printed memories, and I've again edged that in that distressing, and I'm going to stick that in there. And then I bought some second-hand punches from the Facebook Marketplace ages ago of these flowers, these 3. So what I did was, again, I took some of the book page and I cut out, and it's very delicate, this book page, the flowers in the book page, and again I gently edged them in that Crackling Campfire. Then I took a flower out of a piece of lace. I just cut the flower out, and I've got a tiny little, very almost nude colour, pinky colour flower brad. I don't know if you could see that. And I made 2 of those. So I thought, because I want to keep it simple, I think the cover speaks for itself, so I thought I'd put 1 there and possibly 1 down there, kind of over that memories. And I think, personally, I think that looks quite nice. Only thing, I think I need to trim this down a little bit. So I'm going to go and stick those on, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Let's stick them on. So let's get some glue out. So this is the first one. So this book cover I didn't cut down because I just liked the size of it, and I really liked the colour of it and everything. So I think I'll maybe just cut that much off and hope that that's not too much. keep that scrap, and then that can go there, and this can sort of, oh, the scrap's come back. He doesn't want to be left out, does he? Hey, he says, what about me? I want to go on that cover. So kind of want to kind of had this position so that maybe have that like that and have this like that. That might be nicer. Still playing around with it, see. So I'm gonna pop that on there, but I wanted it so that there's a corner of that nice this nice netting sort of stuff sticking out. Then that's going to go there. I just want to see what I think of that now. That would go there, and then one of these either corner, maybe either there and there, or there and down there. So do I like the gauzy bit, like the netting bit there? I think I do actually like it as a square. Right, let's do it. Let's get this bit of netting on first. So this is going to be a challenge, I think. I'm using art glitter, which does excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. I want to cough. I was trying hard not to on camera. I think it's going around that way. Luckily enough, this glue dries up clear, so I just get a dry wipe and just pop that down and hope that sticks. We may have to go around it, or the other stuff on top may keep it down, so we'll have it like that. It's just to really adhere it to the book cover while I'm putting the rest on. So then I want to pop this down. So how is everyone, and what have you been up to? I'd like to hear in the comments. If you've got time to let me know, that would be great. And let me know too, send me some photos if you've been attempting to make one of these. I'd love to see what other people make. So I want to pop that there. Be very gentle with it, because again, it's not going to really stick down very well. I mean, ideally I probably should have not waited to do this to do this before what am I trying to say? I should have done this before I probably put the signatures in, because it's a bit bouncy. So okay, this hopefully will keep it down, although this is so old, this paper, you know. Feels extremely old. It's not as old as I probably think it is, but it's just a lovely colour. So I'm going to pop that down there, give that a press down, and I can always go round then afterwards and stick any sticky up bits down. Then I want to put this nice shaped label on. Just make sure I've gone to the edge there. I've got some glue on it. We won't rub that at the moment. I'll try and get that centered, top, bottom and left and right. Make sure that's straight. Just get my glue rubber and gently, so I don't want to rub anything off. Okay, and then this label. I wanted to kind of keep it fairly simple, this cover. Just lifting it so I can see and make sure it's straight. and I thought this would be a nice little journal to keep memories in. And then I'm really pleased with these little flowers, but the paper is very delicate. It took me about 4 attempts to make these flowers, and every time I put the brad through, or the awl, the whole thing ripped, the whole flower, that they just ripped in half. So that's one there, and that one up there. What do I think of that? Oh, I like that. Oh, just giving those a press down with the brad, not pressing anything else. So what do you think of that? Hopefully you like it. Now I'll give you a quick flip through of the 2 signatures, but I haven't decorated any pages yet, and I'm going to put this one to one side because I haven't got time to do all 3 on camera. So that was the inside of the book. That was the original book plate, which I love. So this is what we have. So we have a little top tuck there, some artwork paper, and so this I'll decorate off camera and let you see it. Some book page. So I'll quickly do a flip through. Little tuck that flips out. Pocket here. That's not a pocket, that's just to reinforce. We'll put something on there. I'm going to put this envelope on here as a flip and put a journal card in. Haven't stuck it down because I want to do some kind of mixed media on it to zhuzh it up a bit. That's a piece of the original page, and as you can see the colour is beautiful. Double pocket in the middle, centre of the first signature. Again, there's another little pull out there. I love those. Gives you extra room. Again, that's just reinforced. Pocket here, which I have reinforced all the tops of the tucks and the pockets. May make a top tuck, you know, top pocket. And then there's the other envelope there. Rather than put them into the signature, I've put them on the edge of the pages. Some nice book page, and that's the end of the first signature. Second signature is another side tuck here. Some nice journaling areas. Some of my decoupaged napkin on straw paper. There's a pull out there, which I've stuck down with a strip off of one of my masterboards and a piece of not washi. It's not actually washi. It's a sticky. What do you call them? Oh, I've forgotten what they're called. Sticker. There's a nice pocket there and a side tuck there. Some nice page there to write or even colour in. There's a pocket there. That's the centre of that one. So we can add something nice onto these. There's another pocket there. Oh, I didn't stick that down. Look at that. It's a good job I'm going through it. Isn't it awful if you do a flip through on camera and you do it really quickly, speed it up, and you find out right at the end minute that something's stuck into one of the pockets or the pocket's not stuck. Crafter's nightmare. Another pocket here. I love this paper. Piece of my artwork. I love spirals, and that again is on straw. That was actually jelly plate, and that's another pull out, and that's some lovely tea dyed paper. Again, there's a nice area on the back of that to journal on, and this as well. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. And then I've done a little pocket up here. So all I did was return the kind of edge of this paper. It's all one piece that's folded over. And there's a little top tuck in that one. And there's this one, and I love that paper too. And then the end plate there, and that is the inside, not decorated. So now you've seen the front of it. Hopefully you like what I've done. I really like the simplicity of it, and I think it lends itself to this little book, and I will do that one off camera and show you a flip through. Now this was the cover that I cut into two following Roxy's week 20, and it was a kind of an English language book, very unusual cover. It's kind of a material, almost washable kind of thing, but it did cost 1 and 6, which if anyone in the UK knows, that's fairly old and goes back to, I think, the early 1900s. This, so I cut it in half, deconstructed it again, took the innards out, made a wider spine on it and covered that in some nice material. This one is up this way, so this is what this one looks like, and that has 3 signatures in it, and this one is that way round, and that one just has 2 signatures in it because I don't want to overpack them. So there we have both of those, with just lots of pockets and tucks. I won't flip through each one, and today we're going to just do a bit of work on this one, and I'll do that other one off camera. So we've got this nice book plate here. It's lovely kind of old paper, so I'd quite like to stick something on there. Nice butterfly or something would be nice. So I've got let me see, I have got all sorts of scraps and bits and bobs on my desk, and I'm going to cut something out and pop that on. Now I love that bird, and I think that would look lovely on there, so I think we're going to tear that, actually, not cut it, tear it. It's just get my tear ruler, and I want to tear this down. I just want this bird, really. So it's a rainy Friday here today, and it's the 1st of September, honestly, already, and it has started to feel very autumnal, so I do like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that down to just above that line. I should mark it with a pencil just to make sure. You know what I'm like. I don't want it to go right to the top, and I don't want it to go right to the bottom. So about there, I think. And we will just tear it off. Okay, so I really like that. So I think I'm just going to pop that in there, like so. So I'm just going to use this art glitter for ease, really. I need to get a new glue stick out, but I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to pop that there like so, and I think that is very pretty. And we may add a word there at some point. Pop a bit more glue on there. That's very nice, I like that. Now we've got a side pocket in here. Did I make that a double one, or is that, oh I did, I think think we've got a double side pocket. We have. So if you look in there, you can see there are 3 layers. Okay, and I just cut a V out just for a bit of difference, really. And this is out of a book. I think I showed you it in one of the previous episodes. So we need to make a little journal card to go in there. So let's find something to use. So I've got some packaging, which would be perfectly fine to make a nice sturdy couple of journal cards. So let's have a look. What shall we use for the journal cards? I don't want anything too flowery, really, because there are flowers on the front, but we can decorate it. So I really like this. This is one of Janie B's collage pages. So I'm just going to pop my letter opener in just to see how wide that is. So it's, yeah, so they're quite narrow. So we'll measure that to be on the safe side. So I'm going to measure it in there to about there. So I'm going to go 6.5 centimeters wide, and not sure if this is a double pocket, because if it is, it's something I didn't intend to make. So it goes down to there, which, and I like them sticking out a little bit, so we'll call that 9. So 6.5 by 9. Yeah, that's fine. And let me just see, so that's the back one. So what's happening here at the front? It is another pocket. Wow, I didn't realise I'd actually done that. So that's quite cool. I've done that without thinking. How about that? Now this is double-sided, so it won't make any difference actually, because we're going to put it on this card, aren't we? So I'd rather put it on the non-shiny card. Okay, Susan, just hurry up, because you're just making too much noise and not enough getting on with it. Oh, yeah, I thought that was a bit odd, that I need this ruler, don't I? So we'll make one out of this. And which bit shall we use to go in there? I like the bit with the bee on, so I'm just going to tear down this side. That's pretty. Yes, Janie B's got a lot of mystery bundles as well, with lots and lots of different journal pages in, and they're extremely reasonable. I try and remember to link her Etsy shop. I bought a lot of her so I want it to be 9, don't I? So I want it to be about there ish, and I want it to be 6.5. I'll tear that off a bit better. 6.5. I think I'll go to there. Yeah, so I bought, when I first started, I bought lots of her kits, you know, her mystery bundles and things, and they've really stood me in good stead. And they make lovely extra journal. You know, if you're using a kit, you can still add in extra bits and pieces from other things, you know, if you want to, especially to make up signatures. And I find them very, very handy. So I'm going to stick that on there, because it's just on normal copier paper, not even on thin card. Paddy dog's asleep. He's had his walk today. And in the wet grass. It's kind of Wellington weather, really. My feet were soaked because I didn't put them on. I thought, oh, I won't this morning, you know. And I wish I had. So, and in the UK, the children's summer holidays are coming to an end, and my 2 grandsons, they're not straight, these sides, the 2 grandsons are both 11, there's 3 months between them, they both start their senior schools. Can't believe it, you know. I just remember when they were babies, you know, grow up so quickly, don't they, today? I don't think that's straight either, so we'll just straighten up these edges. That's much better. Okay, and that's one. So I'm not going to do all of them, am I, today, because obviously that would make a horrendously long video, bore you all to tears. Okay, that needs sticking down a bit. Yeah, so I don't know, I remember starting mine senior school for the first time when I was 11, and I thought, oh, you know, had to go to school on a school bus because it was in a few miles away from where I lived, so I had to walk to the bus stop, catch a school double-decker bus, which was an old double-decker, really made specially for you know, kept and remodelled for just the school kids. And let's take a bit off here to put on the back. We're just going to, yeah, I've rounded the corners, haven't I, when I probably shouldn't have. I should have waited, but never mind. I just want to put a bit of journaling space. I don't really want that to be white. Yes, so I remember going to school on the school bus, and we never had a car when I was growing up, and I'm one of 6, and we never had a car. Oh no, I've done it on the wrong side, you silly woman. That's because I'm chatting. Now that bit of paper's not going to be worth anything, is it? Covered in glue. Yeah, so I had to go on this double-decker bus. My brother was in the same school, and he, obviously I had him to walk with, and unfortunately, because we didn't have a car, and I wasn't used to, I'm going to do it again, I wasn't used to travelling in vehicles as often as other people. I was car sick, and so for the first good year of going to that school, I had to take a travel pill day and night, really. And I must say it did help me, but it was a horrible feeling because, you know, and get on a school bus where your brother's not really interested in sitting with you because he wants to sit with his friends, and they're much too cool to be sat with a newbie, a first year newbie. So I was like Billy No Mates on there, really, for a good while, until I made friends with a girl who lived in Tring, where I had to get the bus from, and Gillian, and thank God for Gillian, because I would have hated it, you know. So that's going to be a new chapter in their lives. Right, so that one's done. Let's hope it fits now. So I'm going to pop it in the first one, which is there like that, and we will put a little tab on it, and I'll make the other one up. I won't do both of those today. Let's find a little tab to put on it. Let's see, should we use a little scrap of material? would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe. Let's have a look. I have got some material out. Find a scrap from. Now I have got this. This is perfect, isn't it? This will do very nicely. So I'm going to just yeah, I don't want it too big because this is a little tiny-ish thing. So that would be quite nice. So I'm going to pop that on there. And then I'll embellish. Oh, I nearly dropped it. A bit like buttered toast. If you ever dropped a slice of buttered toast and it always falls butter side down onto the floor. Okay, so I just put the timer on for another 15 minutes because I thought that I was worried that it had been going on too long. So obviously this now fits into here. So we'll make the other card for the other side. I'll make it off camera actually. So I've got this little tuck here. I could put something in. I'm just trying to think what would be the best thing. Could put a little label in there. Tag, I mean. That would be nice. These already, I bought these. Let's take that string out. That's a bit too thick. And I've written on the back of this, so I'd want to cover it up with something. Have I got one that isn't written on? I've written on it. No, here's one. Right, we'll use this. That can be a nice little tag to go in there. Okay, so let's pop something nice on that. What have we got? Let's see. It's very tiny, tiny weeny. So we just want something small, don't we, to go on there. Having a look, maybe a swap of that. No, it's too tall, I think. Sorry, I'm just now wondering what to put on there. Now I said I'll use it. Goodness me, I take too long, don't I, to sort things out. Okay. Anything small enough to go on it without cutting it. I think we'll just cover it in some music paper. I've got a scrap here. I think that would be the easiest thing to do. So I'm just going to tear a bit of that off, and it doesn't matter really what side, so we'll use that as the front. And pop that, where should we pop it? Down here, I think would be nice, that area. On the edge, that I like to put things as close to a nice edge as I can. Helps, I think. Yeah, so it can't go on much longer, so I have to think about. So that's nice. Let's put the hole back in. I use this, and oh gosh, it's got stuck. Okay, we'll just give it a little ink round, even though I said I wasn't. I think I'll leave the back as is. And now I'm going to pop a little something on there. Now, got a couple of stamps loose on my desk. So, have I got one? Oh, there's a pretty one. That's a pretty bird one. I could put that on, I think. I always say things and then do the opposite, don't I? I said I wasn't going to do much inking. Well, I'm not really. Just things I think might need it. Pop that down. Do we want to put anything underneath it before I pop it on? Let's have a look in the rubbish to see if there's a scrap of book page from earlier. That's quite nice. Okay, let's pop that down like that, and let's pop a bit of that down on there. I like that. I'm just going to pop that down. Yeah, so I take too long to make things. I think that's I've decided. I have to speed up. So I'm going to pop that stamp. Let's pop a bit more glue on it now. And I'm going to pop that just above that treble clef there. I think that's very pretty. And I'll find something nice. Oh, I'll just glue that little edge down. Find something nice to make a little topper on that. I like that a lot. Then they've obviously got to have something in there. That's got a nice butterfly. I've edged that with some of my edges. I keep some of these. I don't know if I showed them to you already. That's an actual top pocket, but we want to put something on the back there. Or do we want to leave that for writing on? I'm not sure. Could make a nice journal card for that. I've actually got one I made earlier, which is just a piece of scrap digital, which was Tina's at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Piece of that material to make a tab, this scrap here, and a fussy cut bird on the back of some scraps of book page and a couple of labels. So let's see if that fits in. We'll be very lucky if it does, I'd say. It does, but I'm wondering if it's a bit too tall. What do you think? Yeah, it's quite nice. I'll leave it there and think about that. Not sure. Okay, so what else we've got? Oh, we've got a pocket here. Let's see if it fits better into that. That's much better. Right. I think I did kind of have that in mind. Thought I might find a flower to put on there. Let me just get my flower box out. Some fussy cut flowers. There's not much left in here either. And see if we've got a nice flower that will fit here. Just having a quick shufty in here. Got that. That might make a nice little card. It's too tall. I've got some birds actually. That would be quite nice. That rose on the with a background of map. Well, here's a nice lilac. Just a bit tall. I don't want to cut it down any more than it already is. I'll end up with no stalk whatsoever. I look just a bit silly. Looks like I need to do some more flower fussy cutting doesn't it? I think I've got this, which I'm not sure what that's called. It's quite nice. Oh, plenty of butterflies in here actually, I hadn't realised, so that's worth knowing. Where did I put that rose? I bet I've put it back in here now. I don't think there's much left in the bottom that's worth putting on. That wasn't the rose, that's a different one there. It's out of the same sheet. Let's see, what have we got? No, that nest is too big, that's too big, although I quite like that purple there. Let's see if I can find something else purpley. Just going through them quickly. Some sweet peas. They're nice. I like sweet peas. That's too big. That's far too big, I think. Yeah, because it's up that way. I don't want it on the side, really, I've decided. Okay. I'll just pop all these back in. Got that. Well, that one. It's quite pretty. That I think I've tried is too big. Got some, let's have a look at this lilac now. I quite like that. Let's see. Is there anything else? If there's anything else, please show yourself. Now, I quite like that actually, because I like, yeah, I think we'll go with that. Right. Okay, so do I want to cut anything else? Just go around there a little bit more and take a bit of that edging off. And I'm down to 320 already, so that just shows you, having the timer on my phone, how quickly time goes. That's going to be a good exercise for me to have that on. So we're literally going to have time to stick this on, and then I'll have to do the rest off camera, because I don't want to make more episodes, because it is week 20 of Roxy's Weekly Creations, hashtag Roxy's Weekly Creations, and already broken it into 3 parts. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm going to pause that because I know there's only 2 minutes left, and I will quickly just give this a little bit of definition. What would we do without Distress ink, really? Okay, and I'm going to pop that there just as it is. I'm not putting anything behind it this time, and I like the fact that the colour kind of accentuates this bit of artwork that I did on straw paper to see how it would turn out. I think that was another of my jelly prints, pretty sure it was. I'm going to pop that there like so, and let's move my phone out of the way, my other phone, and make sure you're still recording, because this new phone, I have no idea how to change the settings, if I can, for the video time length, and it will shut off if I'm not careful. What do we want? I'll have a little label, I think, out of this box that I'm constantly rifling through. Something that's quite nice actually. put that on, I think. Yeah. Don't think about it too much, Susan, because you know that eats up time. I'm just going to pop that on there, like so. So we've done half a signature, really. That's all. So obviously I've got, this is a side tuck here, side pocket, but I want to cover this with something first. That is one of my jelly prints. We've got that to put something on, so I'll do this off camera. I've now got this. Let me pin the glue. That's easier said than done, isn't it? Some days. Pop back my bits of equipment and stuff out of the way. And so we've got this one that's up this way. And we've decorated the front of that one today. So that's it really. Can you see? I'm obsessed, aren't I, with whether you can see everything or not. I think you can. I think you can now. Okay then, I'll say goodbye, and the next time you see these I'll do a quick flip through, alright, on camera. Okay, alrighty then, take care everyone, bye bye.